Hello, everybody, and welcome to Comedy Cellar Tuesdays with Dave Juskow and Mike Suarez. So nice to see everybody on this beautiful April 29th, 2025 in beautiful downtown Manhattan, although Mike is in beautiful big Texas, where everything is brighter and bigger. So nice to see everybody as we are remote today, and the next 2 or 3 weeks we will be back in the studio and everything will be delightful. So let me just tell you that if indeed you were thinking about going to the greatest comedy club in the country, which is called the Comedy Cellar, the one that is behind me, if you were thinking about going there tonight, let me tell you what we've got going on there. I'm telling you, there are 9 shows a night. There's 4 different rooms. Make sure you make a reservation in advance, although there is a wait list line or a standby line. But it's always better to make a reservation in advance because every show sells out. Every single show sells out. Let me tell you why. Tonight at 7:35 at the Fat Black Pussycat Bar is Keith Alberstadt, who I used to work with during COVID with Jim Gaffigan, a lovely guy, Rachel Feinstein, and Lenny Marcus. We're all on one show. At 8 o'clock in the Village Underground, Rachel Feinstein again and Dan Natterman. Now, how is it possible that Rachel Feinstein could be on 2 shows at the same time? How is she on at 7:35 and 8 o'clock? The answer is that's how much is going on there. It's incredible. It's there's shows going on all the time. Hi, Marcy. It's so nice to see you. And then 8:30, our new friend, that's who we're going to have on, Mike. Regina De Chico. I love her. I'm writing that down. Regina De Chico. She warms up The View. Hi, Anonymous. So we're going to have her. She's on the 8:30 show tonight, hosting the Fat Black Pussycat Lounge. She's terrific. At the 9:30 show at the old-fashioned McDougal place, Judah Friedlander is back at the McDougal Club. He's finally come out of his COVID hideaway, and he's performing again. And at 11:30 at night, I mean, we got shows going on all night at the McDougal location, the original location. Listen to this lineup. Cypher Sounds, Yamanika, and David Tell wraps up the night, hosted by Eric Newman. I am telling you, I was there 2 Wednesdays ago, seeing an 11:30 show with David Tell coming on around 1 in the morning, and it is an incredible experience. So I highly recommend, as always, coming down to the Comedy Cellar. If you're in Vegas this week, all of our friends are there. Harrison Greenbaum, Greer Barnes, and Caitlin Palufo are all on the Vegas room at the Rio with Mark Coco Cohen. So you can't lose going to the Comedy Cellar if you actually want to see comedy. And let me tell you, every time somebody comes to town and they say they want to come see comedy, I laugh in their face, first of all. I'm like, what the fuck is the matter with you? Why do you like comedy so much? And then I say, well, please tell me you're not going anywhere but the Comedy Cellar. And then, of course, they haven't made reservations. It just pisses me off. Well, you can get us in. Don't you book the club? That's what Wendy Liebman said to me, Mike. Don't you book the club? And I'm like, what? She wanted me to get her friend on. I'm like, how? I don't think I'm at liberty to do that.
Yeah.
I thought you booked the club. You thought I booked the club. I guess I should feel good about that I wield so much power, but I don't know. Hi, Scruffy. I came here for my comedy. Now that's what I'm talking about. I was just talking to Mike because I might go to London in a few weeks. And I'm like, technically I could still do the show because I could do it at midnight when Scruffy's watching. And yeah, I'm Liz's helper. Yeah, exactly. yeah, right. We were back last week from the Christmas party. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to go to. My friend wants us to go for 7 days, and that's too long for me. I don't like. I don't like leaving town for that long. I get very uptight. 5 days is perfect. I get nervous not working. I'm a freak. I don't even know how to describe it. It's I wish I wasn't like that, but I am, and maybe I should be grateful I am because I've always been kind of a workaholic in a way If I was a slacker, I'd be dead. I mean, it just make so little money all the time. If I didn't have a good work ethic, things would be bad. Yeah, maybe I think I would be doing a show. I mean, I have a lot of friends there that always say if you're in town. So I don't know. I'll tell you more. Well, actually, next week we're off. Next week we're taking a little break. And then we'll be on, well, depending on what my schedule is, technically 3 times in a row, even doing a show the Tuesday after Memorial Day, which we usually don't, because June 3rd is my show at the Comedy Cellar, I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's all good, but I haven't seen it on the schedule yet, so it always makes me a little nervous, but perhaps it'll go up on May 1st, which is only in 2 days. Tomorrow, of course, I'm seeing the Broadway production of Dead Outlaw, which I already saw the off-Broadway production, David Yazbek's show, which was terrific. So I'm seeing it'll be interesting to see how they changed it from off-Broadway to Broadway. The New York Times gave it an incredible review. I'm actually having dinner with him before the show, which is incredible. I always wish it's after so I can really lay it on him. What the fuck were you thinking in Act 2? But because that's I am. I have no right to talk to anybody about their work, but that's what I do. But I'm always fascinated to see something off Broadway that goes to Broadway and see how it works out. Hi, Barry. And a week late, what's up? And it's weird for a week late to say, sorry, I'm late. I mean, that is your name. Anyway, I remember, people were online, not in the New York Times, are complaining like, oh, they ruined the funness of it, the smallness of it. But people have been doing that for years. They were doing that with a chorus line. You can't move that from off Broadway. So people have been doing this stuff for 50 years because, I think the thing is when you see something, Sarah's show is coming to Broadway, and I could make a case like that shouldn't be a Broadway show. It should stay. It's a small show. That's what made it so good. But that's because you feel like you shared something. Hi, Haley. Oh, how exciting. They're watching from London. I was just talking about going there. They just went to see Sarah Silverman at the Palladium last night.
Nice.
Yeah, which was very cool. And I'll tell you something, Haley, and I wasn't sure with you bitches. I wasn't sure. Sarah goes, oh, I met your sweet friend. Whew, so load off. I mean, I know they're really nice, but who knows how people get in front of celebrities. I don't know why I'm doing the quotes. Sarah Silverman is a celebrity, but sometimes people go crazy. And I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, of course she was fantastic. She loved you guys too. She said she's bringing my gifts home, so thank you. And she didn't even say like, oh, I'm bringing your gifts home. Like it was more like, hey, I got gifts from her. No, Haley, that picture was not. I almost want to put it up. Haley sent me this video saying, listen, I want you to know I'm going to send you a picture that picture is not conducive of what I look like on a normal basis. You're nuts. You're both so pretty. And Sarah just never ages, so that's not your fault. My God. I know that's not what you were talking about, but your video was really funny because it was like really dark. So I feel like Haley just put on like some sort of, it was so dark. I could not see anything. I'm like, is she doing this on purpose? No, I won't. But I kind of want to because nobody would agree. Was the gift a welcome mat? Ha, Barry. No, it's like these candies. What is it called, Haley? Again, just Peppa Pig. What is that? Like, I don't. I think I told you guys this, but when last week, or I definitely mentioned on the podcast, she brings me that dairy milk chocolate, which is the greatest, like the Cadbury Dairy Milk. Which, of course, if you know or don't know, when you buy it here in the States, it is not the same. Percy Pigs. It is not the same. It's just not the same. It's a big difference. You can't even buy that shit online. You have to go to London to get it, or Ireland or whatever, to get this different in chocolate in the Cadbury way they make it. I don't know why. Otherwise, it's made in Pennsylvania. But then she got me these Percy Pigs. I'm like, look, I'm not a gummy kind of person. It's not me. And meanwhile, she was completely correct. It was the most delicious thing. I shared it with Outside Steve and Val, the manager, Mike. And we were all like, this is incredible. It's impossible to explain why it's so delicious. I just was surprised because I don't know. That's not usually just not my cup of tea. I like chocolate, and I mean, the only time I like eating gummies are at a play, and I'll buy those Lifesaver. What are they called? The smash up, like they're Lifesaver. There it is, Percy Pig. Yeah, wait, yeah. Wait, those are somebody's fingers in it, right in the picture, right?
They look like fingers, right?
Yeah, that's creepy a little, but yeah, I think it might be made with real fruit juice. Fruit juice. God, it was so good. I don't know why. But I'm so glad you guys got to see Sarah, and how exciting to be playing the Palladium in general in London. That's like really, I mean, how many legends have gone through that place, and they got to go backstage because they're awesome, and they're watching right now from London. We got 3 people watching from London today. It's very exciting. But that's why I was just talking about if I go there, I'd be doing the show at midnight, which would be, and I'm like, maybe I should because you guys are watching at midnight now. Or is it just 5 hours? It is 11? It's just 5 hours, isn't it? It's just 5 hours, isn't it?
We can also just do it at 6 your time.
What time would
just
that
go
be?
early?
What would that be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
That's not that bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she did ask me to open for. I know I messed up, Anonymous. I should have done the Montclair, Long Island, and London gigs with her. She was definitely done with the tour and was really looking for anybody to open for us. And I don't, I think if you listen to my podcast today, with those twins that were opening for her were bombing, and she goes, "Well, I knew they were going to bomb. I should have had you open." Hey. So, anywho, just going into our before we announce our Rock and Roll Hall of Fame results, which will be so much fun today, trust me, just to talk about a few things that are going on. The NFL draft was this week, last week on Thursday, which was funny because that was the day Sarah was at the show, and I would have gone to the tailgate for the draft had Sarah not been involved, which would have, and it was a perfect weather day. I mean, a perfect tailgating weather day. Hi, Aunt Judy, here with an IV in my arm. That's at your house, right? That's the guy. See, there's no need to panic because that's that guy that comes to your house and does it, right? I'm assuming that's the key. No, Anonymous, don't announce it yet. We're doing it later. You're ruining it. Yeah, it's in the house. No, it's okay, everybody. I've seen the guy who does it, and it's like but it's a 4-hour process. So technically, this show is perfect for her because she's just got to sit there for like 3 or 4 hours, which is what you do when you're getting an IV sometimes. Yeah, spoiler alert, Anonymous. Come on. Anyway, the guy Shooter Sanders, I can't pronounce his name. Deion Sanders' son dropped. Have the big talk was he just dropped. He was talking about being a first-round pick, and now he dropped to like 5th round. Went to Cleveland, and now his dad is yelling and screaming that it's racist of how he dropped so much, and it's actually half and half. Like a lot of people are saying it is racist, or it's a message sent to Deion Sanders somehow. But from what I have heard, especially from the New York Giants, that this kid met with a lot of teams and first gave a message saying, here are the teams I don't want to play for. So that sends a message to the NFL saying this kid's kind of a jerk. And then, for instance, the Giants had him come in to talk to him. They were thinking about, using him. And they gave him a package of stuff to look over because they want to see what you're about. They want to see if you're good at doing the work and paying attention. It's just like they're coming out of college. It's just like teaching a student. And, and with the kids, the things I prepare them for in life, like a job interview. And the kid, from what I understand, can you add Jack Daniels to the IV? That's funny. from what I understand, he never opened the package, didn't prepare for any of the teams. I mean, I just heard this about the Giants, and people were like unenchanted. And that's what happened. He didn't do the work, and he's coming off like he's the second coming. And on the flip side, you say to yourself, can you blame him? How do you not grow up if your dad's Deion Sanders? How do you not grow up that way? But that's why I think the NFL is sending a message to Deion Sanders saying, we're not interested in having a younger Deion Sanders who hasn't proved himself yet. So maybe it's something like that. But I really, I'm going to say in the NFL, it's probably not racist. I'm pretty sure the first round pick of the draft this year was black. I'm obviously missing something, but I'm not sure what it is. And when you bring out the race card for something like that, that's messed up. When you're talking about the NFL for sure. I mean, if you're talking about the owners, then yes, then it's probably racist because I don't think there's any black owners yet. Anyway, speaking of football, I don't know if you heard Bill Belichick was just on the CBS morning show this Sunday promoting his new book. Now, he's got a 24-year-old girlfriend. He's in his 70s. He's got a 24-year-old really pretty girlfriend named Jordan Hudson. I think she was Miss Maine. Yeah. And the reports are coming back that she is, as they quote, when they were on CBS this morning, because she was not part of the interview, but was yelling stuff at them while he was being interviewed, and they left it in. They call her a runaway train. Apparently messing up his interview. She's like Yoko. And he apparently wants her CC'd on all emails. I mean,
well, the type's too small for him to read, so
maybe, right? So there's a case for it, of course. But the funny thing is, like you say, Mike, Anonymous is saying same personality trait that Dave likes too. I can totally see myself having my 20-year-old girlfriend being CC'd on all emails. I just see like she's good with the social media. I could totally see myself doing that. So I'm not going to get upset with him but I've seen this before, these kind of relationships, because my Uncle C, who left us out of his will, his wife was like that and stuff. It's unnerving to others. But also the runner-up for Miss Maine, when she competed, said she's a go-getter and she's really good at what she does. So it's possible maybe she will be helpful. But I don't know. It's hilarious either way because it's Bill Belichick and he was just this guy for so long. And now him and Tom Brady are such different people now that they don't play anymore. It's kind of fascinating. So should be an exciting college season with him being the coach. Remember, they wanted to do a Hard Knocks, which is usually an NFL thing, of North Carolina, the college, which is a good plan because nobody in the NFL wants to be on Hard Knocks. So that was her idea. Sounds good to me. And she's really hot. I mean, really hot. So as men, we get it. And the women are just like, what is happening? What is this? What is this guy doing? I get that too. Also, there was a big fight on a Carnival cruise ship yesterday as people were getting off. This is just so ridiculous. There's fights on ships. There's fights on planes. And like I said, I don't think this is new. I stand by my theory that this has been going on for years, but now people have phones, so there's proof and it gets out. But dozens of people are now put on the do not sail list, which I didn't even know there was one. I've been waiting to get on that list for my whole life. Or is it cool if you tell people I'm on the do not sail list? I can't do that. I tried to get on the Staten Island ferry the other day, but they have me listed as the do not sail list. So I'm not allowed to. Oh yeah, I didn't know you were a bad boy. That's right. So Anonymous, Marcy, I don't know whether you heard about Christy Brinkley's new book, a new memoir, a new tell-all book that's coming out. Have you guys seen it or heard about it? So the big reveal today, because they always reveal a couple of tidbits, so you buy it. The big reveal today is some Billy Joel news. Basically, the book is being like, I love. Oh, she's at the 92nd Street Y tonight. Christy Brinkley should never be at the 92nd Street Y. It just somebody like Christy Brinkley should never be in a Jewish house of worship. I just feel like I know that everybody goes to the 92nd Street Y, which is an incredible place to do a show and everything. But it's just funny having the biggest shiksa goddess of all time at the 92nd Street YM Young Men's Hebrew Association place. Anyway, it's basically a book on how drunk Billy Joel used to get, and also how much she really, really loved him and why the relationship crumbled, because he was, an alcoholic, and saying like, look, he was diseased. There's a problem. And we know they're friends now, but this is the best. For those of you who love the Billy Joel A to Z podcast, and by the way, folks, or just Anonymous and Marcy, Alana and I did record a brand new episode this past Saturday, so I'm putting that together now. And Haley, if you're still listening, I am guaranteed that you are not at this point, but I'm saying we just recorded a new Billy Joel episode. Anyway, Christy Brink's new book reveals that Billy Joel, and this is hilarious for so many reasons, because I'm pretty sure I would do the same thing, once drunkenly ate spaghetti from a large pan on the stove before accusing his family of eating it and kicking them out of the house. Now, that's hilarious. I love any Billy Joel food stories, as you know. And if you don't think that's real, there's no way he can be like, that's not true, because we know Billy Joel loves his pasta and takes it incredibly serious. And we know he brings around his own clams in his pocket. Well, I think for something juicier, Anonymous, you have to buy the book, but it's pretty juicy for us. For our podcast, it's juicy stuff. It's juicy stuff. Right. I was looking for clams. Exactly. I don't know whether you knew that, Mike. Billy Joel used to carry his own clams in his pocket. He would go to a restaurant and say, here, you can fry these up. For real. And Paul Rudd told the story.
That's nice.
They went out for dinner. He's like, he had his own clams in his pocket. It was really weird. All the Philadelphia Eagles went to the White House this week because they're the Super Bowl champs. Not all of them. Some people, of course, protest, but the ones that just are curious to go to a White House at some point. Who knows if you win the Super Bowl again? Like Saquon Barkley went, and everybody's giving him shit, and they're like, guy, Scruffy Rich Voss carries his own tin sardines in his glove box. Is that true, Mike?
He said he has cans of sardines in his glove box in case of emergency.
That is so. What the best part of that story is the way you answered it, where I'm like, oh, come on, Mike, that's not. And you're like, actually, he has. You didn't even need to go anymore, so you know that story is semi-real, like just by you beginning to answer it.
I don't know if he still does, but a few years ago, I think it was pre-pandemic.
Anonymous is saying Scruffy won the chat tonight. Yeah, I agree. That was excellent. No, so Saquon Barkley went, who was incredible this year, and just a joke and making the Giants look so ridiculous by winning the Super Bowl. And the Giants are so stupid, and their owner is so stupid. And you don't take my word for it. Just watch that Hard Knocks scene, and then you see what a lame idiot they all are over there. But he was just saying, "Come on, guys, I want to go to the White House." I also went when Obama was, or not, Obama. I think they won. I don't know. He was there. Whatever. Another time, he's like, grow up. But meanwhile, this is the best. This guy Eli Ricks, who I don't know, he was fawning all over Ivanka Trump and says, "Oh my God, she's exactly my type." In fact, his exact quote was, "Donald Trump's daughter is beautiful." Damn. Which is funny because I'm pretty sure that's the exact way I put it as well. And who are we kidding? She is beautiful, and I would word it that exact way on a trip to the White House, which I think I'm taking in a few weeks. If I get to see her, I would definitely be damn. Especially now that she's Jewish, that is hilarious. We can now see her at the 92nd Street Y sometime. Hi, Catalina. My college is on strike. First of all, again, Catalina is permanently in school, which is never going to end. So I would just say, but isn't this your last year? Are you kidding that you're not going to be able to finish? That's messed up. We'd like to know more about that. Oh, wait, the students are on strike? Well, that's silly. I mean, what are they striking? Don't just Catalina, yeah, it's your last year. Just finish and get out and become a productive member of society, please. I can't wait with you in college anymore. What are you, 30? It just seems like, Mike, she's been in college since we know her. Well, she has, but I'm just saying, it seems like she's been in college for like 6 years, which I think she has.
Yeah.
So I was also reading a study today. Oh, you're only 23? How do you like that? That they say, and here's the quote. This is my favorite. Here's why Gen Zers are most likely to be hit by trains. That's the quote. What's obviously phone distractions. You know, here in New Jersey and Long Island, I don't know how it works in the rest of the world. Yeah, they have a lot of places where you're just walking and a thing lowers so the train can go by. And I guess a lot of them are getting hit by trains. You've seen on the street. Do you know how many people I could just kill in Manhattan while they are on their phones, not paying attention? While I see them crossing the street, they're about to be hit by cars. Definitely, I hit them. I could hit them easily on my bikes every day. We all know this, though, that people are too distracted. But the funny, they never look up from their phones. Exactly. So they say only for boomers, unfortunately, like myself, they say only 7% of boomers have bumped into somebody while on their phone. 7%. Whereas, it's 99% for Gen Zers. And then they have a viral video of a young dad walking his 2 children across tracks while utterly absorbed by his handheld device. I see this all the time. Nannies and people like that on their phones while they're walking kids. That it's like I just want to take a picture and send it to whoever they're taking their kids, and let alone parents too. It's thanks, Anonymous. I mean, it's really messed up, especially on the bike. I notice it more than anything because that's when I really almost hit people all the time, and I'll be like, "Hey," I don't ring the bell or anything. It's ridiculous. People just don't care, and sometimes they just they stand in the bike lane, just standing there, not knowing there's a bike lane. It's the weirdest thing. And finally, I don't think anybody watches this anymore, but I mean, and it almost makes me mad that it's on. Remember, Roseanne had a reboot, the show Roseanne Barr's show Roseanne, and Roseanne said some really horrible things about, I guess, black people, or like a senator that was like a monkey or something. I think that was it. So she got canceled, and so she should. She was an awful person, or is an awful person. In the sense that I have heard that on her old show, when she was the queen of the network on ABC back in the 80s and 90s, she would just refer to her writers as writer 1 and 2, not know them by name. She's a horrible person. So she got canceled finally, and they kept the show going for some God knows reason called The Connors. I couldn't watch it for 2 seconds. It just looked so, not that Roseanne was, it's just, I'm like, the reboot is fine. Ugh, it just got so serious. It wasn't funny at all. It was awful. Anyway, 2 nights ago, I guess, was the series finale of The Connors. And I guess they killed Roseanne off, which I'm confused about because I thought that's what happened with the show. So Roseanne is furious that they killed her character off in the last episode, which is hilarious that she didn't even know until she was watching like this. And then they just had around their grave, and they just kept making fun of her and like zinging her, and she's really furious. But nobody likes her, and seems like with good reason. I don't think there's any reason to feel sorry for her. She made her money and was a horrible person. And it's not like she came off like a good person anyway, but sometimes you want to think that So that's why when I teach in class, I teach about Cosby. There's nothing I can do. I have to in the 80s, and Roseanne. And then I said they both became horrible people, and they really did. Cosby's much worse, of course. So that all being said, we chose our Rock and Roll Hall of Fame picks a couple weeks ago. See, we predicted who was going to get, after there were like 14 or 15 nominations, who was going to get nominated, who was going to actually get inducted. And finally, last 2 nights ago on Sunday at American Idol, they announced the winners. So I'm going to share our screen and we'll see how we did. Are you okay with that, Mike?
All righty.
I am sharing now.
All right.
All right. You can see it?
Yep.
All right. So here we go. This is going to be fun. I got some things planned for you called rebuses. And I will explain that in a second. This should be fun. The question is, Bad Company, did they get in? I say they were completely deserving. I think they make up what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame should be. And the question is, they did. They are now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we all agreed. Remember our friend Rob Tannenbaum, who's in the music industry. He's a music critic for the New York Times, and he wrote a book called I Want My MTV. Let's see if he knows his stuff the way we clearly do, and you do, in the peanut gallery. And the Just Gal seal of approval on that is, of course, come on, they had to get in. Of course they did. So that's number one. Mariah Carey in her second attempt. Does anyone know? Anonymous, don't answer. Does anybody predict if she did, in fact, get in on her second try? Mike, what are your thoughts?
No.
I just said anonymous. Please don't. The answer is out, which we turn her picture to sad. And I was the only one who got it wrong. I thought she would go in. Mike, Rob, and you guys all said she'd be out. The Just Go seal of approval says, are you fucking kidding? You're letting in all these idiots? You're not letting Mariah Carey in? Come on. Come on. She deserves it. Look at her. Look how pretty she is. Aw.
It'll continue to be a sweet, sweet fantasy for her.
Well done. Okay. Here's our first rebus. So if you don't know what a rebus is, we have to, right. I know you didn't know, but I knew you'd figure it out. You have to get, that's right, Anonymous, you can't have Christmas without Mariah. For that reason alone, for that song alone, she should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. When you write the quintessential Christmas song after everything's already been written, you win. Anyway, does anybody want to take a crack at what this actually says? Now, we obviously have a can on the left and then a sheep. Or is it a U and then an F, obviously? And I'm going to say that's because it's got the lines. I'm going to say it's an electric eel. Anybody? The loaf of bread, the 2 of diamonds, and I'm assuming a chess piece a knight, which leads to, can you feel the loaf? Anonymous got it. Mm-hmm. The answer is, can you feel the love tonight? Now, if that's not fun, then I don't know what fun is. Maybe I don't. But for me, I have loved these rebuses since I was a kid. They used to have it on a show called The Patchwork Family, and they really turned me on. Shut up, Catalina. I know fun. All right, so that's where we're heading tonight. Who knows what's coming next? Does anybody know what this is?
The Black Crows.
The Black Crows. You figured it out?
Well,
that's right. Yes. The Black Crows. The Black Crows. Did they make it in? Fun is my middle name. Actually, my middle name is Vladimir. Yes, a week late. You got it right. I'll keep it up a little late after that. You love them, Catalina? Do you think they got in? Do you think they got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Anonymous, come on. You already know I told you not to chime in. They were not robbed. They stink. Out. Look how angry they are. And just me and Mike guessed it. We said they'd be out because they stink. And the Just Go Feel Approval says, yeah, that's right, dudes. Screw you. That's me as a child. That's me when I was Catalina's age.
Rob didn't say they should be in. I thought he was saying they should be out.
Who said that?
I can't remember. Rob. He was the one saying that they only had one song, and it was a cover.
Yeah, but no, he. I guess he thought maybe this was. He's probably saying, yes,
that's right.
They should be out, but I think they'll vote them in.
Right.
That's fine. I mean, I went over our, when I wrote down the responses, I went over the tape. So, no, Catalina, you're wrong. It's just absolutely awful.
They do have more than one song. She is correct.
I'll just sit here with this one while you take again, because you'll never figure this out. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. You will never guess who the next artist is. You will never. No one is going to be able to figure this one out. This is the toughest one of all time. Anonymous. Oh, right. You can chime in on this. How did you get that? She's right, Mike. Now, how did you figure this one out? Well, let's go over it. Let's take it one at a time. Chubby.
I thought it was dough-faced double stack.
Oh, this was my favorite one. Chubby Checker. Isn't that the funniest thing you've ever seen? Oh, this game is the greatest. So Chubby Checker. Now, there's no way you can come from my loins. You're gonna have to fist fight Catalina. Now at least you're making some, cases for that. They have a lot of songs, and I do know all of those. I just don't like them. This old man that screams at clouds. Well, she's right. Anyway, the fact of the matter is Chubby Checker got in. What? With his one song?
Yeah.
Nobody got it right. We all said there's no way. Catalina just mentioned about 4 or 5 songs that the Black Crows have, and they're out. This guy's got one song. We're not even sure whether he wrote it, and he's in the Hall of Fame. How can that be? The Just Got Seal of Approval says, are you fucking kidding me? The Yankees game is on already? Why are they playing so early on a Tuesday? Oh, they must be in Cleveland. I think their game. No, but I thought they. Yeah, anyway.
Scruffy.
I was also looking at Barry's because he knew the Smoking the Bandit reference too. Oh, a 6:35 start. Oh, you're saying that Judge just started it off with a big 2-run homer. Like Trump's America, right? And Scruffy's the one
you came from my loin.
There's no way. When I get home, I'm gonna punch your mama in the mouth. No way. I'll let you think about this for a little bit. See if you can figure this out. Anybody want to take a crack at this Revis? This incredible Revis. What could it mean? What does it mean? Ben, what the shut up, Anonymous. This is what pissing me off. Why are the Yankees getting so many homers? It's annoying. Now I think she's just making stuff up. Anonymous got it right. How'd you figure it out? Let's break it down. A coffee, a cup of Joe, obviously a cock. And does anybody know why Kennedy's there? Because he goes, era.
That's not how these work.
Joe cock era. Joe cock era. Oh, yeah. Ask not what. Yeah, Catalina said the JF thing got me out. Well, Catalina, that was more of a gag. Era. Ask not. Joe cock era. Nothing? Come on. Joe Cocker. Do not answer anonymous. Does anybody know what happened to Joe Cocker in his first ballot in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? The answer is he's in. He got in, and we all said that would happen. All of us said that happened, and the Just Got seal of approval. No, he did get in, Catalina. The Just Got seal of approval says, you goddamn right he should be in. That's what I'm talking about. He's Joe Cocker. Joe Cocker. Joe Cocker. Hey, oh, yeah. All right, how about this one, everybody? Come on, I put a lot of time into this. Don't guess anonymous. You're too good at this. Let's let somebody else take a chance. I know you know what it is. Let's let somebody else take a chance. Does anybody know? Can anybody solve the rebus? Mike, I know you know. I assume you know. You do know, don't you?
Actually, I didn't even look at it yet.
You didn't look at it. Benny Hills. What the? You thinking of Alice? You're thinking of Alice titties? That's disgusting.
That's pretty funny.
That is funny. Catalina got that too? Oh, I see. Ben E. The Hills part, though, doesn't make any sense. Franklin E. Chicks.
You pointed at her knockers there. So. I just didn't think that's who you would pick for that. So.
No, Catalina, your dad would not be embarrassed. No, now anonymous is just kidding. Well, the answer is Bill, $100 bill, E, and of course the classic Brady Bunch Hawaii episode with the evil idol, Billy Idol.
Ah.
I thought that was a classic. I'm glad it was a little bit more difficult, though. As soon as I knew Idol, I'm like, oh, I'll get the one from the Brady Bunch one, which nobody would know. But you see, I have the arrow pointing to it. So, Billy Idol, did he get in on his first ballot? I wonder. I don't know. I don't remember actually how this works. Did Billy Idol, who totally deserves, I think, to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, did he get in on the first try? Catalina, what do you think? Do you think he did it? You think he got in? Do you think that Dancing by Myself and Cradle of Love and White Wedding is enough to get somebody into the Rock and Roll of Fame? Catalina says yes. The answer is no. Oh, and he's pissed. You do not want to piss him off. We all like him. And so, in fact, I and Rob both said he was going to get it. Oh, no, we got it right. We said he was going to be out. Yeah. Oh, I thought he was going to get in. You guys and Mike said he was definitely going to get in. He should be in. I must have voted saying I think they won't put him in, but I believe he should be in. The Just Gal seal of approval says an indifference of, you must have hated that moose. Clearly, I just didn't care either way. I guess he'll be dancing with himself. Well done, Anonymous. Come on. Catalina, give me this one. Catalina, can you guess the rebus? Let's let Catalina guess. This is obviously the easiest one there is, I think. Catalina, our young Catalina. Anonymous, what did I just say? I said give Catalina. Yes, she got it right. I feel like she did not see Anonymous's. I'm not saying you can't play Anonymous, but you're just too good. Leave time for robbers. Yes, this is Joy Division. Is that hilarious or not? Are you appreciating the time I put into this? Does anybody care? All right, so Joy Division / New Order on their second attempt. Did they get in not knowing one of their songs? Although then when you look it up, you're like, oh, I've heard this before, but right now, have no idea. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you a week late. I appreciate that. The answer is, ooh, they're out. Second attempt. Oh, and they're older and pissed. What song do you know, Catalina? Because I don't know any of them. Me and Rob, we said they'd be out. You guys said they were going to be in. And the Just Gal seal of approval is, you must have hated that most, which means who the fuck gives a shit about whether Joy Division or New Order is in or out? I couldn't care less. I'm just glad I got it right. That's the key. Older and Pissed, the name of my new album. The name of their new album. I think that should be my album. Although I've always been pissed and not just older, so that wouldn't be good. But that's a good one a week late. Older and Pissed. That's a good album cover. All right, what do we got here, folks? See if you can guess this one. Anonymous, I'm warning you. Because Anonymous will know the reference to the first photo. So I have to ask somebody else if they can guess this hilarious rebus and why. Come on. This is gold. I'm not right. Exactly, Working Girl. But what is the why did I put Joan Cusack from Working Girl in this rebus? Does anybody know? It'll give it away when I give her name in the movie. Her name in the movie. I'm looking at the chat, but nobody's getting it. Her name in the movie is Sin. So then it's pretty obvious. Sin. D. From What's Happening. The one on the back is it's luau. I took some liberties with that one. Luau per. So Lau per. Cindy Lauper. Yes, that's right, Anonymous. Cindy Lauper. That's right, Catalina. And the question is, on her second attempt, did Cindy Lauper get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? That's right, a week late. D from What's Happening. Raj, give me a quarter. I'm telling you, I turned my kids into D. They are huge D fans now. It's the best.
Yeah, your kids love the D.
Yeah. Does anybody know if she got in or not? What do you think? The answer is she got in. She got in. And what did we guess? We all guessed that she would, or we hoped that she would. I think we were all big fans of Cyndi Lauper. And then I sit there going, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Cyndi Lauper should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She's terrific. She's terrific. It'll be exciting. It'll be exciting when she plays and sings. And then we'll realize, all right, this is good. This is a good show. Yeah, that's right, a week late. Congrats, Cindy. I know her manager, so maybe we can get her on the show.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm going to write that down. I've known her manager for years. It's not a bad ask. Boy, that'd be exciting, huh? God damn. Get her into the studio. Bring her by the cellar. Yep. Everybody will be excited.
See your true colors?
That's right. See your real true colors. All right. What do we got next? How about this one for you? Anybody get this one? This is a tough one. This is a tough one. If you get this one, I will be the light bulb busting over Dave. That's right, a week late. What, Marcy? What the fuck? Do you know how much time and effort I put into this? Are you kidding? Oh, my God. Marcy's become the worst friend. The worst friend. You call her, she doesn't pick up. She doesn't do the show anymore. I mean, it's awful. I thought we were friends.
She just lost $2,000 on that Cyndi Lauper pick. So
She what?
So she just lost $2,000 on that Cyndi Lauper pick.
Oh, $2,000 on the Cyndi Lauper pick.
So,
okay. So what we have here is Ma. When George Costanza said Ma, and then it's the band Sha Na Na minus the Shah of Iran and minus Na, which gives you Ma Na. Ma Na. You know, it's like when you break up a word like manure. You have Ma and Nor, and then it doesn't seem so bad anymore. Ma Na. But what I should have done was just gone this. Mana mana. Mana mana. Mana mana. Nothing? Nobody? Catalina, do you hate mana? Because apparently so does everyone else. But you do not want to piss these guys off. Look at them. Oh, they're badass. Ma, nah. We all said they were out. Come on. Yeah, the band Catalina hates them. Well, so does everybody else. You're right. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Barry. You get it. I can't tell whether she's saying that she likes the band or doesn't like the band, but the just got seal of approval on this is, of course, are you kidding? What are we doing here? Mana, come on. All right. How about this one? Now, if you can't get this one, you guys stink. Come on. Come on. Who is that? Who's that a picture of? Who's that a picture of? Mike, do you know who that a picture is?
I do. We also have the name in the picture.
Yeah, I know, but does anybody know who it is? That's right, Anonymous. That's my sister, you idiots. Oasis. Huh? Huh? Come on, Aunt Judy. You're like, oh, this I don't understand. Come on, this I couldn't make it any easier for anybody. Oasis. And the question is, did they get in? Now, on their second try, Oasis is awesome. They should totally be in the rock and roll. Out? Oh, my God. Oh, man, are they pissed. They're pissed. And no one got it. We all thought they'd be in. We all thought they'd be. I know. And I didn't recognize without her gray hair. Don't say that. Oh, my God. I know. She looks cute there. That gray hair is causing a riff. I mean, she's lost her mind. It's insane. You mention it, she goes crazy. It's terrifying. You're seeing them Labor Day weekend, really? Just got seal of approval. Like, come on, what are we doing here? Chubby Checker, not Oasis? Come on, people. How about this one? Now, come on, this is not a boomer thing. I'm just saying this is you got to figure out the rebus. You guys are not having fun with this? This is hilarious. Well, you can expect more shows like this, so the hell with all of you. So we have a little boy who scraped his knee. Or so we would say, ouch. Huh? Ouch. And that's Mark Maron's podcast. Well, we're taking out the pod minus the pod. Out. Cast. Right? Nobody? Huh? Outcast. Huh? What, am I by myself? Oh, yeah, I am. Did they get in? Mike, what do you think?
No.
They did.
Yay.
What? And only Rob and you guys guessed that Outcast would be in. Mike and I said, no way. And I say, you must have hated that moose. They must have hated that moose. Will you forget the moose, Arthur? Nothing? This is the easiest one there is.
That's my favorite one.
All right, that's what I thought. I mean, this is epic. I want to see it in the chat room. I want to see it in the chat room. No, Barry, I want to see it in the chat room. Barry, say it. Not Abe. Come on, people. There it is. Thank you, Barry. Fish. Exactly. I needed that badly. Excellent. So fish. Oh, come on. Of course they're out. They're idiots. And you know why they're smiling here? Because they're so high. They didn't even realize they were voted out. They don't have any pictures with them, angry because they're so high. We all said they were going to be out. Come on. It was ridiculous. Fish. God, they're the worst. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Why are they even nominated? Oh, please. Ugh. Everybody that likes fish is stupid. Yeah, that's right. I went there. Couldn't care less. Where are we here? How about this one? Anybody get this? Good. Thank you.
Yes.
That's why you all like me. Fish stinks. A week late. Hilarious. Put that one up, Mike. They can take a fucking walk with the pH. Brilliant. Anybody get this one?
I like this one.
What?
I like this one.
I can't hear you.
I like this one.
Oh, okay. Where were you talking from?
Oh, not into the mic.
Yes. Yes, Barry, got it. Soundgarden. Sound Madison Square Garden. Soundgarden. That's the fun. Their third attempt. Soundgarden should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Did they get in this third time? Yes, they did. All right. What did we say? Everybody but Rob said, no, they're not going to get in. And we all said, we were betting with our hearts. We wanted them to be in. The Just Got seal of approval says, yeah, I'm serious, folks. Soundgarden needs to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The end. And they got in. Excellent. How about this one? Can you figure out this one? This one. It's Breaking Bad and the movie Stripes. Anybody? I mean, I guess I gave the second one away, but
yeah,
it's white stripes. The white stripes, which I can't. Now that I know that's not his sister, she's hot. Because I fell for it. I thought it definitely was. Anyway, did they get in? Mike, what do you think?
I'm going to say no.
They did.
They did. Wow.
They finally got in. And only Rob and you guys said they would get in. Just Got seal of approval says, yeah, why not? They should be in. He should be in. He should be in.
That's how I felt about it.
You can't be in a movie called It Might Get Loud with The Edge and the guy from Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, I think, and be respected like that and not be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, even if you don't like him. Jack White, he's a serious, respected musician. Come on. You know what I'm talking about. So here we go. You guys got 8. You had 9 in and 5 out. You were all over the place. That's not the way the game's played. It doesn't matter. You got 8 right. Who's this? Oh, it's Rob Tannenbaum. He got 10. He had 6 in, 8 out, but he got 10 overall, which is a pretty good score. And Mike did it exactly correct. 7 in, 7 out. And he actually got 7 right. And me, I had 6 in and 8 out. I got 8 correct, which means our projected winner is Rob Tannenbaum, which makes perfect sense, who blew away the competition, the music critic and writer for the New York Times and author of the book, I Want My MTV. it would make a heck of a lot of sense for him to win our Rock and Roll Hall of Fame predictions. Thank you, Barry. Thank you so much. That's all I wanted to hear. I had a good time putting it together. I was looking forward to it. I miss when we have stuff like this. So, it's always hard to come up with stuff. That's why I guess I like doing the football stuff, just so there's activities and fun to play with people in the chat room. It kind of makes it a really, good virtual show. This is not a podcast where there's a lot of participation, and you want some video participation when you're doing a show like this. Am I right, Mike?
Correct.
Exactly. So anyway, that is our show for today. I had a lovely time talking with everybody. I mean, I really, really did today. It was super fun. It was super fun last week. I don't know. I've just really just enjoyed bringing you the show and doing the show. And I like, what's that, Mike?
I was just coughing.
What?
I coughed.
Oh. You don't have a cough button over there? You don't have a professional
took me by surprise.
So yeah, I'm enjoying when we do it remotely, and I love when we're in studio too. So it's super fun. So next week, no show. We're just taking a little break. It was just, I don't know, it just seemed right. Meanwhile, probably shouldn't take a break because we're taking a break later, but gives me time to put better shows together. So I believe when we come back on May 13th, I'm pretty sure our guest will be Stacey Lang, Artie Lang's little sister, who is a joy, and we'll play a fun game with her. I think that's around Fashion Week. I don't think it's going to be that game. I think it's something better and fun that we can all appreciate. And so that'll be fun. And then I'm not sure what happens. Technically, we're going to be on the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th. But like I said, I might be going away. So we'll see what happens during those weeks. But the important thing is that as I take my summer break from school, we will continue the podcast even over the summer, maybe taking a few breaks in between. But that's all right. As long as we're all here together most Tuesdays at 6 o'clock and having a good time, that's the key. So remember, watch us usually every Tuesday, Comedy Cellar Tuesdays with Dave Juskow and Mike Suarez, except for next Tuesday. But other than that, I hope you have a great 2 weeks and a great start to technically the summer. Oh, thanks, you guys. That's nice because Mike works hard too. And we'll see everybody in 2 weeks. Okay. Good night.